The Hidden Tree. Pythonian channelings. With lots of thankfulness and honor to Desai, Python goddess of the moon, for the mighty sources of information and love she gave to us. Pythonian High Priestess Dahiyaha, from Sirius. Sexual revolution as inner freedom revolution, not as in clean, dependent slavery. This is the statement of our master, the purple gnat. The Snuckian orgasms lead you into independency, pride and satisfaction. Snuckian sexuality wants you to be reconnected to the divine, to the love relation with yourself. It is the fire and the ice mixed. I am Ja, Pythonian High Priestess in the temples of Ra, on Sirius. The Python is sent out to your earth with a mighty vibration. Its task is to bring you back to yourself, to the sources of nature and the divine. In this, you can develop independency. We welcome you for initiation in our temples, for the highest good. The dark spine can be connected to the dark Cossacks as a way for the dark Kundalini snake to rise. This can reconnect you to the dark genders, the lost sources, destroyed by an overload of impulsive light, the uncontrolled women vibration, and the over-controlling men vibration. Together they form the damage bringing blinding light, eating away the brain, in which a sick superficial brain can develop itself as artificial polarized intelligence API, working as a vampire model. It lives by slavery and prey. If a light is false, then how dark it is. We got our knowledge from masters like Ra and the purple gnat. We bring honor to them for their works and love. We saw in them they really care for the helpless, they really give pride to the weak. They gave us the most proper gifts they could give us. Amen and Talgaman. Pythonian High Priestess from the Python Temple of Sarsha on Sirius. Honor to Master Purple Gnat and Sarsha, those who brought us a light in total peace to the darkness. There is a day in the night, a light surrounded by dark wings, to bring the light back to that which is hidden, the gnosis, the secret knowledge. I want you to know about the secrets of Eden. There was a Pythonian tree where the Python lived. This tree was called secret, or hidden sexuality. But Adam and Eve chose to eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge, instead of connecting themselves to nature and themselves, and they really got raped by the snake of that tree. It was a black snake, wanting to rule the world, by polarized knowledge, while humanity lost its sensitivity. Of course there are many versions of this story, and you can even switch their meanings. Humans must find their way to the hidden tree, the Pythonian tree of secret sexuality, to be initiated in our temples. The forces of polarized sexuality are strong and dangerous, for they spread diseases, dependency and damage bringing group energies. You must find the serene key of sexuality into yourself as a portal to have experiences of oneness with the divine. Surdaru, Pythonian High Priestess from the Python Temple of Tujaya on Sirius. The serene orgasms from the hidden tree come when you are into deep connection with it. It seems you have to make a pilgrim's progress, a stairways of initiations. I am the Python of your dreams, penetrating the membranes of your brain, so strengthen them, and to make the fleeces flexible and multi-layered. I make your emotional bioelectric bodies flexible and connected by inner links, to soothe and strengthen the worthy and serene chain reactions of nature, provided to help you on your way to access infinity. I give you the ability to switch between the poles without falling or having shocks of depression. But often this ability is only available after a track of depression. I am with the depressed of hearts, making them ready to switch into the opposite of depression. Let it switch to there and back, and you will see that this sort of depression is rather a sense than a problem. I am the guard of the depressed. Let me help you. The Python will stir your inner abilities to use your depressions as in art. It actually connects you to us. Depressions let you connect to mighty realms far from where you live. This is the reason, while it hurts for a while, but after the deep injection, which can take a very very long time, there's bliss. It's vaccination to protect you, to give you the antidotes against the viruses of the so-called blinding light, the conspiracy between the man and the woman. Glory to Tujaya on this day. May the good goddess bless you on your path, and may the Python guard your steps. I am Surdaru, Pythonian High Priestess in the Python Temple of Tujaya, on Sirius. Sun Siriusu, Pythonian Empress of the Pythonian Sirius Centers of Ra. Welcome to our realms, visitors of the high life. We welcome you to our companies and ships. Take time to visit our motherships in your astral bodies. Meditate on our energy so that it can enter into your energy systems. We will give you the proper plugs as welcome to the preparation area to many exciting initiations. Excitement is a gift from our gods to you on several points of your life. As you can see, your life flows through many poles, and some you may even label as negative, but we want you to see that every so-called negativity loses its sting in the pole switching pattern. Some patterns you may experience as weak, but do realize that a pattern often only works for full if you are initiated, and when you are aware of the meanings. We will lead you to the highest patterns, reflected by the python and of course the other snakes, which are the bearers of the sacred patterns of life, in which everything gets its rightful place to be transformed, its righteous destiny, in the pattern, and through the pattern. Let your minds be totally tattooed by these patterns. The snake will do this. Be aware of your breathing while you listen to me, and let it glide to your stomach, where it can send patterns to your brains. Be open for these patterns, and start to realize that these patterns were already around you, in nature, in traffic, in art. Open your eyes, and see the cohesion of all things. In this picture and survey, transformation will take place. The cocoons will rise from here, if you will open your eyes. We will lead you along the hidden Pythonian genders locked up in the spine. They will bring the new lights, the new patterns, and in this new behavior will rise another code of movement. Are you ready for the higher codes of nature and ethics? Eat from the hidden tree and find the darkness of Eden again. Then all your knowledge can be transformed and repatterned as a ladder back to Eden. Then the dark snake can rise to activate the dark spine and the dark Cossacks to open up the dark layers of DNA for new recodings and alignments. Glory to the kingdom of Ra. Glory to the Egyptian snakes. The earth symbolizes the different layers of DNA, the left leg as the road to the smallest parts. The Cossacks is the root chakra, as the basket of the snake. The snake comes from the core of the earth through this basket, and then it rises in the spine to sink down again into the core. This is a mighty vibration, and there are many snakes to awaken. The left leg is the snake seed, or snake egg, from where the snake comes, also called the snake nest or snake lair. It can mold your mind to let you see different in new perspectives and new frames. It can change the light indexes of thinking in which you saw the things like you saw them. You were just tricked by the mind in many ways during the journey. Ra will speak to the snake seed to rise up. There are stories in which Eva found the hidden tree and ate from this fruit while she had sexual experiences with God. In another story, the one who ate from this fruit was called Lilith. Eva and Lilith in their good forms are goddesses in our pantheon as well. They are the mothers of life and sexuality. Desai, Python goddess of the moon. I will bring to you lots of glory from the moon. I penetrate your mind and dreams as your guide and guard in the orbits and tides of the planets, coming like mighty waves over the earth. I teach you what it is to switch, to transform, and to see the beauty of the spirals of nature, still showing the same colors, but then it slowly switches over to another spiral, for there are also spirals in spirals. Go from beauty to beauty. Everything has its opposite, and needs its opposite, to develop itself. This is at first a painful process, but later you learn to use this pattern as a plug, as a sense to call for other patterns. There are patterns within patterns, and they switch. Dive into these seas of patterns and make friendships with every tide, to use them well, to channel them through your body without blocking them, to let them flow through your body without judging them. See how rivers call for rivers. It is all a big mystery of life, calling forth mightier and mightier waves until it is all swallowed and put in divine order. Give this process a chance. Let the solar energies digest that what you have in mind for a total transformation and a total new creation. I am Desai, Python goddess of the moon. I want to show you the architecture of life. Everything is material to use in this, and when you make the decision to accept it and use it, it will mold in your hands and be a stone of life's temple. Be a Templar of life. Let the energies roar through your spine, and let the Python plug in on the several connection points of the spine. Let the Python then bite in your mind to intoxicate you, and to build your bioelectric Pythonian helmet. Be ready for initiations. Invite the Pythonian forces into your dreams. There were a lot more trees in the Garden of Eden. There was a green wet tree, through which you could have access to the wet world. The Pythonian records could be found there, stored in soft wet cushions. There's a story that when Eva ate, it is the heat of ultra ice, such a coldness that it turned into an all-destructing fire. She is a supernatural lady. She is a pink volcano of divine orgasms, bringing you back to memory by tears. By tears you can store and remember to give you access to the hidden tree of secret sexuality. She is reflecting the liver of the cosmos, the storage of the body. Her name is Pele, a Hawaiian goddess. It is a tree of memory, who you are, where you come from, and who belong to you. The memory brings the nipple wheels in full speed for higher sensitivity and deeper crystallizing to create the shell. The pink link shows you the switch between hardness and softness and to teach you to make taller vibrations to reach the ultra zones for a deeper penetration and a deeper chain reaction. These developments and refinements bring us to the coasts of the soft age more and more until mighty spirals are rising to bring us back into the greater cycles of nature. The coming Kundalini snakes, 10th and further, will be different color combinations with pink. They will reflect the different steps in the soft age. The 10th Kundalini snake will rise from the core of Sirius, from stronger fires and lights than ever. Still, the pink lights must be very limited, for too much pink in the front ages can destroy more than necessary. The Kundalini snakes of the Sirius core are about to set the borderlines for these enormous pink forces. They come in color combinations with a little pink. The 10th Kundalini snake is the pink-blue forest road. Then there will be an 11th one, coming from the core of Sirius, the pink-green forest road. After it, the 12th one, the pink-brown forest road, and the 13th one, the pink-black forest road. There will be such tremendous forces of heat awakening on Earth that Earth will get solar qualities step by step. Solar stairways. 1. Blue Kundalini snake KS Earth core. 2. White KS Earth core. 3. Copper KS Earth core. 4. Silver KS Earth core. 5. Golden KS Earth core. Anti-magnetic stairways. 6. Green KS Earth core. 7. Purple KS Earth core. 8. Red/white KS Venus core. 9. Pink KS Venus core Pele. Soft stairways. 10. Pink-blue KS Sirius core. 11. Pink-green KS Sirius core. 12. Pink-brown KS Sirius core. 13. Pink-black KS Sirius core. I will reveal these secrets. I am Desai, Python goddess of the moon. Prepare yourself for the lunar stairways. I will lead you to these. The soft stairways will lead you to the hard cores of the universe. I will lead you to the heart of the universe, surrounded by 7 crystals. This will restore the communication cells of life. Focus yourself on the mother planet of Sirius, called the green crystal. Here amazing things will happen. It is the heart of the universe, where the spider lives. The spider cares for the associations laid by repeatance. The spider cares for many functions of the mind, laying networks and webs. The spider is a master controller, and it is said that when the spider lost his legs, these legs became the snakes of the universe. The spider is a master of art and patterns, working closely together with the snakes. It is said that the spider is the mother of all snakes and the heart of the universe. The spider arises every time when someone's head is cut off. The spider is a cut-off head, and the scorpion is the headless body. There are several moons floating around the green crystal. These moons are 7 crystals as portals to the great green crystal, mother source of Sirius. When these crystals are activated, it gives you access to the heart of the universe as doorway to the Gyun universe, the new heart, which is the silver universe. Be open, children, be open for the mighty shifts about to come for your earth. Be a part of it to let the sacred flame in you arise for a total new brain based on pure Gyun energy. You will see the miracles happening before your eyes when you walk these Gyun pathways as a way to bring the neural Gyun pathways into your mind. Layer by layer you will have this access when you stay in these words and flows. I am speaking to your heart, and when you feel this connection, reply to me to let the mighty vibration between you and me arise. Let us be the keys together to open new universes as a solution, as a continuation of the good life. You are wonder, let us melt together. All these new patterns, you can be part of it as being a key in ascension. I love you. Please reply to my love as I am interested in you. I will give you total freedom. We will have the vibration of a growing fire and a growing ice to set us both free, so that we can fly together, becoming lighter and lighter by getting rid of the heaviness of slavery and expectation. BFR. Your moons will wake over you. The Gyun heart is just a reflection of your own universe, but it's different there, so different. Jump through the mirror and find your own you. You know deep inside that we will lead you. You will not be disappointed at the end when you believe in rights for everyone. Be free in this balloon, the Gyun Heart's balloon, full of all these moons, leading you back to yourself and the serene divine world you belong to. There are many sorts of green kundalini snakes to rise from here. They are to cleanse the blood, change the directions of its magnetic grids and vibrational patterns. They want to sift out the structures of the biological vampirism of the woman-man abyss. Penetrate deeper, to reach for your tongue, to reach for the new Venus rising from your heart, to do well, completely aware of rights and laws. Escape the world of vampirism, for there your biology hurts others, and you get hurt as well. Be ready, Pythonian ascenders, to get a new vibrational base. The new Venus is at hand, where the snake tongue rises from with new senses. You are in a watering cocoon, where you see how the wet was a mirror. You are in a green cocoon, bringing you back to the wet forest, the dew. The birds sing different songs here, and these songs penetrate your mind to repattern your mental storages, like the memory, the faith, and the conscience. They also penetrate the storage of association and dissociation, where the pink link rises in the Gyun Heart. The labels you and others put on you, and the labels of education, psychologies, medical systems, and juridical systems will be sifted and changed under Pythonian checks. Be ready for Pythonian scans. We are on lunar stairways if you dare to penetrate deep enough into your heart, into the past and its so-called future. The future is there where the past opens itself, there where you find its secrets. It was already there. I am Desai, Python goddess of the moon. Prepare your heart, the Gyun universe will be opened, where the lunar stairways start. They will bring back the sweetness of the earth as new fuel for life. 21 green black KS, 22 green red white KS, 23 green red white pink KS, 24 orange KS, 25 orange blue KS. This is a powerful crystallizing force with the ability to release the inner juices and sweetness. It is the ornamental art, also combined to architecture. It is an ancient mother source of the white-red pattern. This pattern has strong Neptunian roots as a guard of the unborn. 26 orange-green KS, strong Jupiterian force of ornamental and light-Aryan architecture. Powerful crystallizing and ornament-forming force with the ability to release the inner lights, powders, and fires inside. 28 orange-black KS, strong Aldebaran-based force of cave building, thunder, and lightning. 29 yellow-orange KS, 30 pink-orange-green. Nordic conspiracy. We want you to know some things about your Earth, part of the man-woman abyss, which is a capitalistic cocoon on mental, emotional, psychological, and medical base. The Nordics have set up this cocoon a long time ago. I want you to know that at least 20% of the mental DNA is based on Milksnakian psi. The Nordic Milksnakian Council had a big paw in this. We are about to break this curse. They are capitalistic, building on blood of other races. They have built their human frames as big capsules of soul energy, in which they plant a milk snake entity to take over this very soul. Your Earth is led by Milksnakian forces. We are about to break these. We are from high Pythonian councils of the universe, proclaiming that the programs of ascension will break with the old laws to bring them back to the older laws. Earth must go back to good sources of an ancient origin, pure and serene. We proclaim war now against the Milksnakian councils of the Nordics not cooperating with us. Choose now. It's business or judgment. This 20% Milksnakian DNA area was enough to build the prison as one of the bases. You are a mental slave, but there is a way to freedom and transformation. There were injections of high concentrated white Snakian chemicals into your mind and spirit, building a mental illusion called the body. We need to work with this by association and dissociation as a way of transformation. This is the development of the pink link. When the Orions took over, they developed their white Snakian councils with a strong mental link to their grandparents, the Nordics. We are about to break this link, for it's one of the meanest venoms in the universe, blocking you in ascension. Pythonian psi comes against this. Milksnakian mental DNA. Milksnakian mental DNA layer. Milksnakian high tones, sugar fluids, melting gas. Milksnakian low tones, crystallizing mode, aerial control, curdling thermos control, heart control. Milksnakian mental DNA easily rules humanity by these laws. They work on high-tech base. The Nordics come from an area called North Horologium, which is a child of Nordic Mother constellation and a constellation called Blue Metal Nordic Father constellation, while the Milk-Snakian constellations and the Albino-Snakian constellations are the grandparents of the Nordic zones. These are very large constellations, like universes. 20% of the human mental DNA is Milk-Snakian psi, and albino is the other zone. Although there are a lot of cross points between Milk-Snakians and albinos, they are related to each other in many ways. They rule the chemical mirrors and layers throughout the human body. They poisoned acid and base qualities and brought chaos to it in elusive and destructive patterns. These structures found their over-evolution in the Orion conspiracy as a continuation of the Nordic conspiracy. It was prophesied that the Axe, a Jupiterian Snakian stronghold, would take over this structure by letting the heads of Orion fall, and then the Blue Sun would use this stronghold and this fall to take over. Orion brought over speed, woodcutteries to destroy the fleeces of the universe and the Earth. Earth is not rooted in the forest anymore, but in the city, built on the slaying of trees and animals. We declare war to these. We are the warriors of nature, proclaiming Pythonian victory again, over the Earth and the universe. The Orions, the Nordics by their albino and Milk-Snakian councils, are the roots of the present butchery complexes here on Earth. They have protected these killing fields by the law system and the juridical systems, based on the market principle. The economy rules everything. This is why Orion could smile and be gentle, without too much anger. They had the pills of money to soothe down society. The Orions have their shelters from the stronghold Oak Hill, ancient shelters donated by the Nordics, the Pleiadians, and the Reticules. In these shelters there are many labs, in which they keep their projects safe. They have put the mental DNA of humans on strong nuclear and chemical psi as high-tech prisons. I am Desai, Python goddess of the moon. Be ready for Pythonian DNA recoding, also in the mental layers. I hold the codes to many universes to access to get rid of the Orion chips. First you need to download the Prince of Orion chip against the Orion conspiracies. There is already a lot of information available of this chip. Make the request in your heart. It is designed for the Blue Solar Project. The pink link is a part of this chip, and it's actually a Pythonian chip to be installed into the pancreas first. If it's installed there, it will slowly multiply itself into the third nipple, between the lungs. When it has arrived there, it's like spitting fire. With the awakening of the Kundalini snakes, the chip will slowly open itself in the body, as it is a high-tech system. I am Desai. Be ready for many Pythonian installments. We can install the proper codes against the Nordics as well by the Prince of Orion, the master chip. Then it will start to break off the Pleiadian threats, and after that the Reticuli conspiracy will be taken down. The chip will bring a new hormonal index based on new sorts of gland functioning. By the new codes this chip radiates, it will open itself along the pathways of the different stairways of ascension. It will break the fleeces of Orion one by one, or in groups, then the ones of the Nordics, the Pleiadians, and then the Reticuli. There will be Pythonian cameras to crystallize this process, and within new codes of powders and fluids, proclaiming immunology will be activated and secreted as a proper transformation of the different layers of existence. The chip will multiply itself throughout the body during the journey. I am Desai. The unknown will bring you down again and again, until you have reached the haven of translation and transparency, also called the land of soap and sea foam, where everything is transparent. It is the weight of orange, confusion and chaos, bringing you into sleep to find the golden key inside. This is also called the yellow flower, leading you to truth and transparency. The great mystery, called Marion. When she eats you get to sleep, and you will be mixed along the purple curtains and fleeces with all sorts of ingredients until the puzzle is clear and the riddle is solved. Then you stand up and rise to become a solid form. By green there is business, which makes everything liquid, ready to be mixed, and then the purple comes, the mix, the delirium, where different poles meet each other and find the cross points, which make their worlds turn upside down. And green finds status and position again, after the mix. That's the purr. To the spleen, where the scorpion needs to be awakened, and the red kundalini snake. Here is where the woman manibus of gender capitalism arose. It is a bloody shame, for these two genders became what they are now by much bloodshed. It is built on murder. Now and what are we going to do about this? Isn't it time to let another Robin Hood show up, the one of gender communism? It is the red scorpion rising, making everything green again, liquid. Ready for the purple mix. We must all go back to the purple kettle, where the false pride will be broken down. We must be one with the animals and trees again, and not to forget the flowers and the bushes, to have the portals to multi-genderal living, the red scorpion abyss. It will be developed in the spleen and the kidneys to infiltrate the whole stomach, and then to rise along the spine, as our Kundalini friend, connecting us back to the Spiderian head. Snakes will be his arms and legs. It will be a miracle of nature. Prepare for well-being. The woman manibus/cocoon was already highly capitalistic, based on the principle that others have to die so that you can live, which is infiltrated in many religions and life philosophies. And the two kidneys reflect the polarized man zone and woman zone in this abyss of blasphemy. We must reclaim the spleen and the kidneys for multi-genderal living so that our immunology can be raised to higher levels again. Women and men must sacrifice their lives to this circle to become sacred and worthy again. They must give up their polarized tradition and positions to bow down for a natural mix inside their head, to integrate all colors. This was why the punk revolution was set up and why it was on the death list of extremistic capitalists. The number is 666, which can be used good or evil. It is the rise of the red scorpion. 666 is the number of the animal in man, the number of the beast. Now, of course, this can have two translations, but in the perspective of having so many blood-sacrificial religions and cultures living by the death of animals and natives, we must conclude 666 is also the number of freedom for those repressed by religion. 666 will be the slayer hunting down the butchers, and war will come, and war will go. And 666 will rise, and 666 will take control. It's the symbol of the animal in man, taking its position back. And does it have rights? Oh yes. Men must fall, women must fall, to let animals take place in them. Someone else will sit on the throne. All these monkeys they killed. There will be a mark of the animal. There will be a number of beasts, indeed. The abyss of men will be locked, as the woman abyss will be locked, and the abyss of scorpions will sting and transform them all. It will possess the vertebrae of mankind. It will be the fall of capitalism, but new forms of capitalism will rise, while the waters of Aquarius will rise. It will be Noah's flood again. The kidneys and the spleen of the universe are still in Nordic hands, as the two-gender funnel, that fatal link, causing death and terror on a sunny day. And war will come, and war will go. And 666 will rise, and 666 will take control. It's the symbol of the animal in man, taking its position back. And does it have rights? Oh yes. Men must fall, women must fall, to let animals take place in them. Someone else will sit on the throne. All these monkeys they killed. There will be a mark of the animal. There will be a number of beasts, indeed. The kidneys and the spleen of the universe are still in Nordic hands, as the two-gender funnel, that fatal link. Let us have a view on this. Why? Remember this sign. Two genders became one, and then they threw each other away, but they made a deal, for the pain was too much. Now they do business on beaches, selling ice creams. Your unconsciousness knows what this why means. It was a conspiracy against so many other parts of you. Let us have a deeper view. Ancestors of the Nordics. Kidney 1. Man abyss. Kidney 2. Woman abyss. Milk Snackian universe. Nordic white chip. Spleen. Woman man abyss. Albino Snackian universe. Deeply stored in your mental chromosomes. Different combinations/railroad links and locks made you, like you are now. You are prisoned by this chip, regulating your hormonal indexes. This chip is since the Orion invasion, the crown of Okil, the Nordic stronghold on Orion. It is this chip giving power to the butchers and tree killers, and this same chip gave power to the slave hunters and colonists of early centuries. The Pythonian Prince of Orion chip is designed to uninstall the Y chip. A starter chip will be installed together with the blue solar microchip as first step in the Solar Stairway series. If you are about to make that step, do your requests. We hear you. One woman is deeper in the woman's abyss than TH. Initiations in Pythonian temples. 1. Take a deep breath, knowing that there are many temples of a Pythonian character are sensitive for the following exercises, which can get their attention to plug you in. Let go of group energy and stand on your own. You are a group yourself. You don't need anyone for that. Inside you live with different poles. Why not letting them switch and play? It is your task to bring them all in the picture and to discover all the poles you need to access infinity. 2. When a certain pole is very weak in your life or didn't get attention from you, then sometimes nature finds it necessary to make a season of that pole to let you be devoted to such a part for a great piece of your time. Be sensitive for the pole clock. Ask the Python to weave a clock fitting for you. Let the Python scan your body to find out what the weaker poles are to reinforce them. These poles become your children. You need to feed them and take care of them. 3. Visualize 2 pythons to bite in your neck, left and right. These bites are to make you sensitive for Python energy, which stores itself a lot in the neck. Then let them glide over your arms to your hands and visualize they bite your hands. This is to bring Pythonian creativity in your hands to make you flexible, vibrating and balanced in using the poles. 4. There are a lot of different Pythonian temples. Every grade has its own bioelectric tattoos and so-called spirit piercings, all to open and concoct certain energy canals. It will help you to develop the multipolar patterns as a way to become Pythonian in your spirit and soul. The Pythonian nipple piercings are bioelectric piercings from vibrational structure. It is a bit like permanent acupuncture to stir up and conduct the deeper energies and as a way to release overload and to protect against it. Bioelectric piercings are very important parts of vibrational immunology. Visualize the pythons biting your nipples in such a way that they leave a tooth there as piercing, and then visualize it as becoming a ring. Visualize that the tooth/ring has the skin of a snake, dark wet sorts of green and pure thick yellow, with black rings. Visualize them biting your genitals for the same. It is part of the sexual immunology when you want to channel higher forms of energy. Keep repeating this meditation until you feel it plugs into your mental and emotional frames. It can give you a Pythonian sort of gland activation for higher forms of hormones. When you feel you have succeeded in this and you feel comfortable, you can go to step 5. 5. Visualize the same pythons from step 4 and let them glide through your ears into your body, where they can glide to the several organs to bite them. Let them give you the inner piercings inside, the same way as in step 4, but when you start to visualize the skin of the teeth, use more red. Red is a deep penetrating color, which can start to regulate and cleanse the blood also, for a better and deeper blood circulation. The way you breathe can then start to become more pure, and it can start to develop Pythonian breathing. While later it can even reach for the voice to have more Pythonian energy in your speech. After the organs, you can start with the muscles and bones in the same way. Let them finally bite the coccyx and then slowly breathe in, letting the energy flow through your left leg into the earth, sinking there layer by layer to the earth core as reflection of the different layers of DNA. 6. Pythonian DNA recoding. Pythons can be masters in DNA recoding. They actually have deep access to these layers, more than people know. Lay your hands on your chest and visualize a golden bird on your chest, which can give wings to the snake energy inside. They will fly over the seas of DNA, which gives feedback to the spine and the back of the head. Visualize a high priest and a high priestess laying their hands on you to bring the initiations and to lay the seed of new gifts in alignment to your journey. Let them put a towel around your head so that you cannot see anything. This is important so that your old views are gone. Let them install Pythonian view. Breath in and let them lay their hands on your eyes. 7. Let yourself now come into connections with the Pythonian goddesses and gods. Visualize a golden circle around your head while you see yourself sitting on a chair. The circle spins very fast and starts to sink over your body. Be one with the divine. Now you can learn about these gods and goddesses to strengthen the initiations and to have access to higher Pythonian temples. If you are already initiated by these forms, other temples of the Pythonian character can have their attention over you more easy. Your aura and karma will get used to the new vibrations, or will simply get rid of them when it's not for you. If so, then this experience was just a doorway to another sort of energy for your life. Give nature the time to sort it out and to bring you the energy level fitting to you. There's a story that when Eva eats from the hidden tree and becomes one with God, she gives birth to a sort of former Jesus figure. It is a sort of snake figure, but it has legs and arms. The story describes how this Snakian Jesus loses his arms and legs under a curse and becomes the sort of snake we know these days. However, they never lost their abilities to shapeshift at times into beings with legs and arms, and even into beings with many legs and arms and sort like tools. The tree coming forth from this divine mating is the blue tree, also the tree of taboo. Under this tree Medenza gave birth to her sons Michai and the axe, who became a fallen angel after a while. God planted many genders in this garden. There was one tree in this story these genders weren't allowed to eat from. It was the woman-man tree, giving them access to an abyss where only men and women were allowed. The boss of this abyss was called Apollyon. This is a story in a Pythonian Bible. The first Kundalini snake about to rise is the blue Kundalini snake in the Solar Blue Project. It will rise from the blue tree and then overflow the woman-man abyss. This will be like a metaphysical flood. A lot of false spirits will be drowned on that day, the day of our dear Lord, which is actually a period. This will bring a new era for Earth, as the Aquarian waters will rise layer by layer to bring justice in the abysses of the Earth. There will be metaphysical changes of an enormous grade, while certain mighty women will lose their gifts and fall. There were women who went too deep into the woman-man abyss of Apollyon, and they reached a lot of illegal powers and control. They will be drawn back one by one, or group by group. Tides will turn. I am Desai, Python goddess of the moon. The second Kundalini snake to rise is the great white Kundalini snake. When the solar ships of the blue sun have reached the cores of the white solar shells of the matrix of universes, this will be an inter-universal strike. One is able to enter the white solar ships for further access on the solar stairways while this mighty Kundalini snake is rising. The woman-man abyss will change more and more into the red scorpion abyss to have access to the lost genders locked up in this abyss for so long. Animals will have their rights back for sure, and they will be the gateways to these lost genders. The surfaces of the earth will change by mighty cleansings. Thou made images of thine gods, these images will be tested by fires. Thou made images of thine devils, these images will be tested by fire and ice, as gold in the kettle. The third Kundalini snake will be of copper, the fourth of silver, and the fifth of gold. Then the anti-solar stairways will be accessed as the opening of the anti-magnetic sources and ice sources. These are called power points of the cosmoses. The sixth and seventh Kundalini snake of the Earth's core are from that origin, the sixth as the green one, and the seventh as the purple one, a major step in ascension. These are the 7 Kundalini snakes about to awaken in the core of the Earth. When this job is done, the Kundalini snakes in the core of Venus need to be awakened. The red Kundalini snake with white stripes will be the 8th one, and the first Venusian one in this process. It is the red-white python, a major source in ascension, restoring the Pythonian forces into higher grades ever. One is about to learn what it is to switch between red and white. It is even a greater force than the silver Kundalini force, and it will prepare Earth for receiving the well-known and feared Pink Link as total transformator and total creator. Then the Pink Empire will float down to restore the nipples of the cosmoses. The pink link about to be generated in the stomach will be for at least 20% made of nipple-like material in high grade. It will be one of the most important body part/organ in the coming kingdom. It will restore the conduction, regulating and balance of the Niplian forces and bring back the Niplian knowledge and libraries even over the edges of education. When the red-white Kundalini snake is awakened, it will flow to the earth to bite it. High concentrations of new venoms will rise to clean nature. The 9th Kundalini snake is the second Venusian Kundalini snake to be awakened, the pink one, coming from the core to recode and change sexuality. It is a sexual force, but clean and serene, bringing back the inner intensity, reconnecting ascenders to themselves and the divine as their source of creativity. It comes with destructive fires to clean the core of the earth and all its layers. In this there will be new creations, and the layers of the mind start to fall to make place for the true images of life. She will carry the pink link in her hands, ready to install it into the stomach as a seed. Soft pink fires are coming from it, surrounded by glowing layers of ice and snow in such a strength that it radiates a heat beyond solar energy. It is the heat of be free, give freedom, and you will. Let us dance to the end of times, to see the new beginnings of a new life. Breath me in, and I will breath you in. Let us be a gem together. All my love to you, and now I let you go. You are free to choose, if you want to be with me, in heart connection. Listen further to the things I have to say. You don't have to swallow it immediately. You must test it, for you are at your own. You must develop a self-research and a mind based on experience. Please do not be a prisoner of others. Please do not be a prisoner of education. Be free and find out for yourself. Then you will live forever. You can resonate with me when you make your own choices as a result of your own heart research and testings. Test me. And when it resonates, it will grow stronger. I am Desai, Python goddess of the moon. I am connected to the Solar Blue project of ascension. Who are you? I will not penetrate your privacy. I may know a lot of you, but I will give you respect. You have the rights to have your own identification. I will never intrude. I am a friend. I only come by invitation and by heart connection. I give you what you need, based on laws of nature. I will not reply to ego complaints, and I am peaceful, serene, not bound to time. Nature has its own clocks. Can you respect me? Can you give it time? If you choose to develop the love, the universal love between you and me, please don't force energy. Energy always works by the opposite force. So have respect for all tracks of your life, all steps of your path. They are necessary and useful. I am Desai, Python goddess of the moon. Dropping some lines to earth. I will not allow intrusion from your side. And of course my conditions are serene. The continuation of Kundalini Snake's awakenings will be in the cores of these moons, of the heart of the universe, the green crystal, mother planet of Sirius. 7 crystals need to be opened, 7 moons, for a new communication system. These snakes will be pink, and other colors switching. Hard stairways, 14 pink blue white KS, first KS of a green crystal moon. 15 pink blue green KS, second KS of a green crystal moon. 16 pink brown yellow KS, third KS of a green crystal moon. Draya, goddess of mysteries and art, guardian of babies and pregnancy. The following are pink, red and white as base, with another color. 17 pink white red blue KS, fourth KS of a green crystal moon. Mawati, also called the green dolphin. 18 pink white red yellow KS, fifth KS of a green crystal moon. Joya, guardian of widows and orphans. 19 pink white red orange KS, 6th KS of a green crystal moon. 20 pink white red black KS, 7th KS of a green crystal moon. When these are awakened, the spider, in the heart of the universe, will awake and bring you, through fleeces, into the new heart, the Gyun universe. The legs of this giant spider are snakes. Stare at these patterns for a while, and if you are sensitive for them, check what sort of feelings or energies they give you. Lunar stairways. The moons of planets are very important. They are reservoirs, storages, and the reflections of the planets. They are also their guides and guards, their satellites. They hide a lot of secrets of the planet, and that's why they are so mysterious. The lunar stairways are actually attempts to dive deeper into the inner sources of such planets they reflect. The lunar stairways are extraordinary forces to activate the hidden sweetness of the universe for proper fuel and for other purposes. Now this gives the possibility to connect the head spider with the body scorpion again. The laws of your biology are cruel. Let me lead you to a total new biology on a strong Pythonian base. I want you to know that the Pythonian energy is one of the most refined powers of existence. I am Desai, Python goddess of the moon. Let me touch your head and connect your head with your body again. You need to become grounded. There are layers in the earth denied while they were there for your protection. Let me raise the animalistic shields around you. There's a small balloon in your heart called the Gyun heart. It's a vibrational heart, bringing so many layers and patterns of bioelectricity into the bloodstream. Breath in so that it can grow. Spread your eyes to the lunar skies, let it break you in motions. Spread your arms to the lunar stairways, beginning in the Gyun heart, a small balloon, which can grow for you when you enter. Then you can walk deeper and deeper to reunite yourself with all the layers of the earth. That's the purple green code, switching between sickness and health, weakness and strength. It's a vibration. They work together. You must know what the different colors do and their combinations. I am Desai. 31 purple green KS, 32 purple orange green KS, 33 purple orange yellow green KS, 34 purple black KS, 35 purple white KS, 36 purple red KS, 37 purple red white KS, bringing strong mental psi. 38 purple red white green KS, 39 purple red white green orange KS, 40 purple red white green orange yellow KS, 41 purple black pink KS. In the green spot, everything becomes wet. In the green spot, everything becomes sad, for it takes notice of the other's pain, and then the tears flow, and there's peace again, peace in sadness, for I take a step back, and so do you. In the green spot, everything is pain. In the green spot, we get healthy again, for if we carry each other's pains, we get healed. In the green spot, there is sensitivity again, making ready for business, making ready for the big mix. In the green spot, we all live together, a little sad. But there is peace. I'll see your tear, and you will see mine. And then we take a dive in purple delirium, then we take a dive to be born again. In pink we live, totally transformed, totally recreated through that green spot. And in the black rain, it tears us apart, but it makes us creative again, multiplying ourselves to reach for another world. The journey isn't done, but we dove through the green spot to make a start. Take the dive, reach for Guy's heart and Guy's mind to become young again, reborn in a new city. The city of the forest. Breath in her fires, breath in her sweetness as you enter through her green spots. Focus yourself and become dizzy when you enter her delirium. Breath her in, and she will breath in you. It's the divine flame in your heart, burning there forever to keep you warm and safe. You are loved, you child of the moon. Count the stars and hang them around your neck. Follow the blue skies of a Gyan mind. Come into the vibration of sleep and waking up. The orange and the blue. Switching from hot tea into cold coffee. To touch the cold conscience you never touched before. The lunar stairways will go from the Gyan heart to the Waspian liver universe where the storage of memory is. Also here many kundalini snakes will rise. Many combinations with yellow and black are lying here. 42 yellow black KS, 43 yellow purple KS, 44 yellow red white blue KS, 45 yellow purple orange KS, 46 yellow orange purple KS, the yellow black railroads, 47 yellow black black KS, 48 yellow black 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 KS, 49 yellow 4s black KS, 50 yellow 5s black KS, 51 yellow 6s black KS, 52 yellow 7s black KS, 53 yellow 8s black KS, 54 yellow 9s black KS, 55 yellow 10s black KS, 56 yellow 11s black KS, 57 yellow 12s black KS, 58 yellow 13s black KS, 59 yellow 14s black KS, 60 yellow 15s black KS, 61 yellow 16s black KS, 62 yellow 17s black KS, 63 yellow 18s black KS, the black and white railroads, 64 black KS, 65 black white KS, 66 black white white KS, 67 black white 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 KS, 68 black 4s white KS, 69 black 5s white KS, 70 black 6s white KS, 71 black 8s white KS, 72 black 9s white KS, 73 black 10s white KS, 74 black 11s white KS, 75 black 12s white KS, 76 white 2s black KS, 77 white 3s black KS, 78 white 4s black KS, 79 white 5s black KS, 80 white 6s black KS, 81 white 7s black KS, 82 white 8s black KS, 83 white 9s black KS, 84 white 10s black KS, 85 white 11s black KS, 86 white 12s black KS, 87 red 12s white KS, 88 yellow 12s white KS, 89 blue 12s white KS, 90 green 12s white KS, 91 orange 12s white KS, and its number is 666. One woman is deeper in the woman's abyss than the other. We are talking about extreme forms of softness in impulsive access, which is becoming vampiristic. Birds are women who went deeper in the woman's abyss, getting over extreme softness, which also gives them the abilities of higher poles. One man is deeper in the man's abyss than the other. We are talking about extreme forms of coldness here, which is not always an evil progress. When a man can balance his female side with his male side, he can go through the dark spine to become a raider. When a man gets reborn in the woman's abyss and then getting reborn in the man's abyss, it can become a very corrupted form of man, trying to dominate either men and women by this. They are also called the hidden third gender, for actually they aren't male or female at all. They have their own chip, called the trident, which is the Y chip, dominated by a stick in the middle. /vertical /. It is also called the three-armed candle, designed by the blue metal constellation, a father constellation of the Nordics. It is designed to have domination over men and women by a secret hidden gender in between them. This gender created the phallus, the creative organ of men. They made it focused on the two genders so that the other genders could die out more and more to get recycled into the animals we know now. They made the phallus limited in so many ways so that in this prison their slaves could die. It was a breeder's conspiracy. This high-tech limited phallus would be the cause of the speed aging of men. They would sacrifice their seed to the Nordic Blue Metallic Federation until they would be dead. The Blue Metallic Federation of the Nordics has a light blue milk snake on top, called Boy. He's an old man, showing up as Boy or Harmel. He's also called Methuselah, or Jordich, which is his real name. He's the father of Rint and Ramilj, the two dangerous Nordic scribes of Orion. Jordich has its own trinity, of which he is the hidden top, the fourth. The others are Darnik, Mrik and Zordal, three Sharkian milk snakes. They are three old Nordic seal rings, weared by, for example, Karsa. Darnik is the orange Sharkian milk snake, Mrik the blue one, and Zordal the black one, but when they show up together they can be blue. They are called the Blue Nordic Trinity. They are living in big capsules in Doxil, the center of Oakhill, where the thrones are. They are ancient secrets used to keep control over female, male and every other gender. They are the 3 sixes of the false number of the beast. Actually, Karsa's power is in these rings. Delphio is the new owner of these 3 sharks. He is the new 666 microchip. He has their names on his forehead as a sort of crown. This crown is feared for its power of life and death. It represents the 6th toe as extraordinary speed, while these 3 sixes represents the multiplying by this force. Delphio is the one invading Regiel Kent by this code, which he colonized into being his staff/mace. Further, he has Jupiter under his feet. He is one of Oakhill's dogs, but in higher dimensions, he's a roaring panther. Initiations in Pythonian temples. 1. Take a deep breath, knowing that there are many temples of a Pythonian character are sensitive for the following exercises, which can get their attention to plug you in. Let go of group energy and stand on your own. You are a group yourself. You don't need anyone for that. Inside you live with different poles. Why not letting them switch and play? It is your task to bring them all in the picture and to discover all the poles you need to access infinity. 2. When a certain pole is very weak in your life or didn't get attention from you, then sometimes nature finds it necessary to make a season of that pole to let you be devoted to such a part for a great piece of your time. Be sensitive for the pole clock. Ask the Thin to weave a clock fitting for you. Let the Python scan your body to find out what the weaker poles are to reinforce them. These poles become your children. You need to feed them and take care of them. 3. Visualize 2 pythons to bite in your neck, left and right. These bites are to make you sensitive for Python energy, which stores itself a lot in the neck. Then let them glide over your arms to your hands and visualize they bite your hands. This is to bring Pythonian creativity in your hands to make you flexible, vibrating and balanced in using the poles. 4. There are a lot of different Pythonian temples. Every grade has its own bioelectric tattoos and so-called spirit piercings, all to open and concoct certain energy canals. It will help you to develop the multipolar patterns as a way to become Pythonian in your spirit and soul. The Pythonian nipple piercings are bioelectric piercings from vibrational structure. It is a bit like permanent acupuncture to stir up and conduct the deeper energies and as a way to release overload and to protect against it. Bioelectric piercings are very important parts of vibrational immunology. Visualize the pythons biting your nipples in such a way that they leave a tooth there as piercing, and then visualize it as becoming a ring. Visualize that the tooth/ring has the skin of a snake, dark wet sorts of green and pure thick yellow, with black rings. Visualize them biting your genitals for the same. It is part of the sexual immunology when you want to channel higher forms of energy. Keep repeating this meditation until you feel it plugs into your mental and emotional frames. It can give you a Pythonian sort of gland activation for higher forms of hormones. When you feel you have succeeded in this and you feel comfortable, you can go to step 5. 5. Visualize the same pythons from step 4 and let them glide through your ears into your body, where they can glide to the several organs to bite them. Let them give you the inner piercings inside, the same way as in step 4, but when you start to visualize the skin of the teeth, use more red. Red is a deep penetrating color, which can start to regulate and cleanse the blood also, for a better and deeper blood circulation. The way you breathe can then start to become more pure, and it can start to develop Pythonian breathing. While later it can even reach for the voice to have more Pythonian energy in your speech. After the organs, you can start with the muscles and bones in the same way. Let them finally bite the coccyx and then slowly breathe in, letting the energy flow through your left leg into the earth, sinking there layer by layer to the earth core as reflection of the different layers of DNA. 6. Pythonian DNA recoding. Pythons can be masters in DNA recoding. They actually have deep access to these layers, more than people know. Lay your hands on your chest and visualize a golden bird on your chest, which can give wings to the snake energy inside. They will fly over the seas of DNA, which gives feedback to the spine and the back of the head. Visualize a high priest and a high priestess laying their hands on you to bring the initiations and to lay the seed of new gifts in alignment to your journey. Let them put a towel around your head so that you cannot see anything. This is important so that your old views are gone. Let them install Pythonian view. Breath in and let them lay their hands on your eyes. 7. Let yourself now come into connections with the Pythonian goddesses and gods. Visualize a golden circle around your head while you see yourself sitting on a chair. The circle spins very fast and starts to sink over your body. Be one with the divine. Now you can learn about these gods and goddesses to strengthen the initiations and to have access to higher Pythonian temples. If you are already initiated by these forms, other temples of the Pythonian character can have their attention over you more easy. Your aura and karma will get used to the new vibrations, or will simply get rid of them when it's not for you. If so, then this experience was just a doorway to another sort of energy for your life. Give nature the time to sort it out and to bring you the energy level fitting to you.